Sean Genster here. We're going to put him in the middle. This guy's in 3 films here tonight. Did you recognize him?
Why don't you tell us 3 films you were in?
I was the voice of the ping pong ball in Recycled, and I was Stan in Dark Limbo, and I don't remember. Tim, what was my name in Dawn? I don't even know. God, Terry, that's it.
I'm going to hand the mic to each person. They'll tell you their names and the film they were involved in.
I'm Christian Grant. I was the best boy with respect to the glove.
Tim Ritter, I wrote and directed Dawn.
Dave LePage, I directed Dark Limbo.
Yeah.
Robert Feigenblatt, I was the bartender and the crazy doctor in Dark Limbo, and I also scored Dark Limbo.
I'm Keith Tracy. I produced Recycled, and I wrote the screenplay for the project.
Don Reynolds, I directed and produced Who Stabbed Serena England.
Amy Lynn Howell, producer, UPM and AD for Who Stabbed Rita England.
Ed Supa, I was the script supervisor on Dawn, and I was on the writing team for Who Stabbed Rita England.
And Angry Pusher.
Go ahead. Oh, somebody just came on.
I'm Cameron Copeland, and I was in Recycled.
Questions for our group here. Shout them out. Raise your hand and shout them out. Come on, somebody has to have a question. There you go.
This is for Sean. Will you not turn down any roles?
I'm like that. I'm crazy like that. Man, it depends. I leave it up to my manager over there who decides if I get to do it all.
Other questions?
Yeah. Tim, where was Don's film?
It's in Fort Myers. It's not far from the airport. And one of my weird abandoned spots that no one knows exists.
And what happened during, we would have shot that in one day, except it started to rain the first day. It didn't stop, and it was a torrential downpour, and we had to hustle out of there.
Well, after an hour of standing up.
Yeah.
Because it was so far remote that we didn't have access to our cars.
Oh my God. Yeah, we were probably a mile from the cars.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yes.
How long did it take to film Recycle?
Film it. The crew call, it took 2 days. The crew call on the first day was at 6 a.m. Charlie Dean, Charlie, he was the production assistant on that. Charlie, what time did we break down? 11 that night?
11 p.m.
Okay, 10 p.m. So the crew was then called at 6 a.m. We finished shooting at 10.
11.
11? Yeah, okay, we broke down 11. And then we shot the second day, was at the tennis courts at the Charlotte High School. And we started like at 7 in the morning and finished up at 1 or 2 in the afternoon. Does that sound right, Elizabeth? Elizabeth Billings directed that project. So, yeah, so however many hours there it is. That's just in the filming. I don't know how many months we were in pre-production getting ready to film. And it was 2 to 3 months in post-production making a film out of everything that we shot.
Questions? I want to ask Dave, who do you know at the Englewood Fire Department? To get the fire trucks, to get the uniforms, how did you pull that off?
Well, you know, when you're an independent filmmaker and you have no money, you have to kind of think outside the box. So I had to become like a salesman and basically go to them and tell them that it would be crazy not to act in my film. Because basically what I provided them was a car, a live patient, in which case they were able to do a live exercise, and that's what they got out of it. And the beauty part of working with them in the ambulatory service was that I didn't have to direct them. Those guys did what they normally do on an accident scene, so it was a pleasure working with them. And,
Yes, right here.
I thought it was really interesting, your use of black and white and color. How did you do that?
well, that's like, I consider that like a neo-noir type of film. You know, the black and white being his subconscious mind, and it's always been my dream to make film, so that was like tie-in, was like a film element, you know. So, yeah, hopefully it was effective.
Yes, right there.
Sean, what do you feel is more difficult? I've seen you on stage a number of times, live theater.
Yeah.
And now, for the first time, I've seen you on film 3 times in one night. And which do you find more difficult, and which one do you prefer?
They're both different in their own respects. One is instant gratification, but you rehearse for 2 months and then you do it on stage and you get instant feedback from an audience. Whereas film, you don't have to be on point right away. You can take a second take or a third take if you have to, or whatever. And but you don't get to refine your character as much because you don't have that 2-month rehearsal process. You do it pretty much on the spot, and then you have to wait for the film to be done before you get it seen by audiences, so it's a long process. Which do I love more? I like both sometimes, I like theater for its own deal, and film too. I'm doing more film work now because it's a lot less time to be away from home, so.
Other questions? Back there, yes.
How did you come up with the whole concept of
Didn't hear the question, Reno.
Reno England was originally a 48-hour film project. So at 7 p.m. on a Friday evening, we were given a prop, a character, and a line of dialogue, and we had 48 hours to write it, shoot it, edit it. And then the product that you saw up there is a re-edit, so we made changes to make it better. But the idea, we had our cast, and we were sitting in a room, and we had everybody's name on a note card, and we had to write to all those people so that everybody had a character. There were 5 writers in the room, and we had the pizza place. We couldn't get in there until 3 a.m. And we could only shoot while they were closed till the morning, so that was our window. So the idea just came because we knew we had the pizza place, we knew we had all these characters, and we had worked with all those people before. So it kind of just developed over a couple hours of intense, really writing, and we went through a couple ideas, but these guys came up with something really great.
Yeah, it basically, we shot for 11 hours, so it was 11 hours of filming, and then the rest of it was spent editing. I mean, so there was, 4 hours of writing to begin with, and, virtually no prep time, just going out and shot the beginning scenes on the streets of Tampa as the cops drove by looking at us, wondering what we're doing out there. And then just got to the pizza place, and yeah, so in 48 hours we had it turned in.
Just so you know, we had to use the scissors, that was the prop, and Reno England was the character, and the line was, I'll be open in the morning, just the officer said.
There you go, one right here. That's one my way from this.
My name is John Bass. My uncle makes movies, made Karate Kid, and Rocky, of course. Dave, who's standing over here next to me, works at the Inglewood Water District, in case you don't know. And a friend of mine and his, Dave went to him for talking to him and asking him, do you know anybody that can take pictures and knows lighting? And his friend and my friend said, go see John Bass. Well, Dave came to my studio, and he told me what he wanted to do. I called my uncle, talked to him, and that's how Lumbo, was good friends. And Dave was a director that is like my uncle, if there was gonna be a pink elephant in the movie, there was gonna be a pink elephant in the movie. And Dave made it happen. He was a very caring and honest person. God bless you, Dave.
Give us the umpire.
I'm tired! I know some of you are tired. Are there any more questions? We want to thank you all. Give a hand to these wonderful